Welcome back, Talk family, and thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Talk the Talk. I'm your host, Panelbeaters, and joining me today is Delaine Khan, and she is the owner at Pro Acts Panelbeaters. Now, I met Delaine a year back, and I promise you, I am so impressed with her work, her company policy, her integrity, and literally how she takes care of not just women but men that needs the services of a panel beater. Delaine possesses good time management skills, product and vehicle knowledge, and knows that every decision she makes is critical to the growth and success of her business. Being a female business owner in the motor industry is not for the faint-hearted, but with determination and having a good team working for her, she knows she will succeed. So without further ado, let's welcome Delaine. And as always, this interview is proudly brought to you by Seriti Solutions, MFC and Avo by Nedbank. Hello, Delaine.
Hi Dish.
Thank you so much for joining me. I know this is long overdue because we met, we had a chat, and you just never came in for this interview. It's been more than a year. So.
Yes, I know, and I was really wanting and I was waiting to come to this interview, and I'm glad I'm here now, and I can, go forward with it. There's been a bit of mishaps in between, but it's now sorted, and now I can have a good interview with you.
Absolutely. There's always a time and place, and there's always a reason. There's always the reason why things happen when it should. And the thing is, we have a lot of our followers that want advice in terms of panel beating, and it's not just about buying a car. You've got to maintain that car afterwards.
Absolutely.
So
yes.
the advice that we get from you, or we can even continue this relationship in terms of you providing little segments for us to answer the questions that come into us for panel beating or panel beating related questions. So thank you so much. Tell our viewers first and foremost about Pro Acts.
Okay. I founded Pro Acts Panelbeaters in October 2016. My son-in-law and I decided to join hands and open up this wonderful business that I love so much. So we started off with about 2 or 3 people, then we went on to extending in the shop in terms of machinery and tools and getting bigger premises. So the groundwork was done. We opened up the panel shop. We registered with SAMBRA and RMI. SAMBRA is the South African.
So you're RMI accredited?
Yes. Okay. RMI, yeah. So we have to be because it protects the regulations of SAMBRA. Okay. So we've got all that, within the business. All that is stable, and I've now got 12 people working in my workshop.
Wow.
So I've got 9 that are male, and I've got 3 that are females.
And we're going to balance that soon. The future employees are going to be female, right? Yay. Right. Okay.
Yes. So initially when I thought about the business and I wanted to open, for some reason I wanted to employ just females,
right? Just
to have a bit of a difference in the industry, because all panel beaters are very strict in who they employ, and it's normally males. And for me, there's no skill that's limited.
No.
I've taken myself, for example, from finance, corporate finance. I was finance manager in group divisions in big companies like Chubb South Africa, South African National Blood Service, Times Media, and Trafalgar Properties. So I've managed huge corporate companies in finance. So I'm a finance person, totally finance. So I had a bit of experience for about 15 years working and managing a panel shop. So not too involved in the operation side, but barely sitting on the outside and doing the finances and looking at what's good for the company, what's best for the company, what adds value and what we need to write off and what we bring in, kind of thing. So I gained a lot of knowledge in that area.
Right.
So when that 15-year fell apart and went its own way with someone else, I became very brave, and I just sat there one day and I said, I want to open up a panel shop. So I put my head together, I got the place, no financial backing. I just got the place, got everything, started to do my homework, opened up the company, the bank accounts, everything that goes with the business. But thankful enough for me that I'm very business orientated, and being from corporate, you engage in all different areas in business. So I touch on a bit of everything. So owning my own business, I can run it.
So Delaine, what do you find as a female-owned panel beating business is your most prominent challenge?
Okay, so for me the greatest challenge is trying to move into insurances to get work in for the business. That for me currently is the greatest challenge. I've got men working in the business, I've got men in different suppliers that work with me. They become a challenge, but it's easier for me to handle. My greatest challenge right now is trying to get my feet into the doors of the major insurance companies.
All right, okay, and how can we, or how can this be remedied?
Okay, I've spoken to a few key people in those areas, and I'm in the process of completing documentation, or it's already been completed, but we just need to get it into the door to the right people. And then I'm sure, because last year July it was right of repair for customers, they were waiting for that clause to be introduced, and now I can go ahead and start submitting. Hopefully within the next 3 months I should have some positive answers.
Delaine, what do you pride yourself in as a service provider in this